In a world where dreams are made and fortunes are built, meet 10 extraordinary entrepreneurs. They are risk takers, innovators, and visionaries. They navigate the ever-changing landscape of business. Witness their triumphs and challenges as they strive to turn their ideas into a reality. Get ready for the thrilling journey into the world of the real entrepreneur. Previously on The Real Entrepreneur, the competition continues as the contestants close the chapter on their second challenge. Wesley, Jarvis, and Cameron wowed the judges with their stellar book presentations, earning well-deserved praise and solidifying their spots as the top contenders. But not everyone made the cut. Contrella's lackluster performance left the judges unimpressed, leading to her dramatic exit from the competition. Now, with one entrepreneur gone and the pressure mounting, a brand new challenge is about to shake things up. The stakes are higher, the expectations are greater, and the competition is fierce than ever. Who will rise to the occasion and who will fall behind? Tune in for another week of ambition, surprises, and unforgettable moments as the journey continues on who will be crowned the real entrepreneur.
Struggling to manage your growing business? Blue Desk is here to help. We streamline operations, systems, and teams so you can focus on what you do best. From daily workflows to big picture planning, Blue Desk has got it covered. Let's turn your chaos into clarity. Give us a call at 770-580-0062.
Entrepreneurs, congratulations, you have made it to the next challenge. However, there was an entrepreneur who dominated the previous challenge, and that entrepreneur was Wesley. Please step forward to receive your badge. Congratulations. Entrepreneurs, again, I will not be the one who will be introducing your next challenge. The individual that will be introducing your next challenge is...
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Awesome. I'm so excited for y'all. I am Taisha and Bryant with Resilient Family Wellness, and I am here for your next challenge. Are y'all excited? Yes. So the challenge is a branding blitz. Yes. Y'all are going to rebrand me from the ground up. Are y'all excited? Yes. All right. I cannot wait to see what y'all do.
Unlock your potential. Dr. Casuel Pitts, the world's #1 entrepreneur, leads Mind Over Matter, the mastermind that transforms dreams into reality. Limited seats available. Get your tickets now at minds2master.com. Mind over matter. Transform your life.
How I think I did with this challenge, at first I was overthinking like I did in the previous challenges. However, this challenge I said, listen, I'm gonna not spend the time overthinking. I'm gonna spend the time listening effectively and just making sure that I touch on the key facts that the judges are looking for. So what I'm doing differently this time, I think is really gonna help me excel. And for the first time, I'm not gonna be using my phone or any AI, anything like that. I'm just gonna be keeping it real, simple, and straight to the point. And hopefully that connects with the judges, because I really connect with one of the judges, Dr. Bryant, and I'm a sociologist. I'm graduating May 26th. She's also getting her doctorate, and that's something that I aspire to do as well. So I'm just gonna keep it real. You're not gonna see no devices, and I hope the people just accept me for who I am. With coaching after the crash, okay. But what you want to focus on, what makes you different, right? And so how I would connect, especially if which I have actually gone through it. I actually had a very bad motorcycle accident, okay, where I broke everything from the waist down, and it caused a lot of emotional distress for me. So now, as far as we go further here, right here, you're pretty much explaining your journey and what brought you up to this point, which is good. And it's good because it relates to your target audience, which you mentioned. It's not just about an age, like 4 to 5. It's pretty much anyone that gets affected by emotional trauma.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Did you have an opportunity to sit down and speak with her one-on-one?
I did. I listened a lot. I got a chance to talk to her one-on-one. I just wanted to really, I didn't use AI, I didn't use my phone, so I was just being as real transparent as I could, and that's what I wanted to avoid in the previous challenges, just rambling on and sticking to the time. But I just wanted to make sure that with the time that I had, I gave my best.
Alright, so the reason why I asked this is because one of the sites that she used was SquareSite. SquareSite is a very simple tool. It's very easy to navigate. What I would have loved to see more from you is that you took the necessary time to actually go through the process beforehand, because what I saw was it looked as if that was your first time ever navigating her website. And so I wish that you would have taken the time to actually navigate it through the website so that you could have known, okay, these are the different services that she offers. When I click the button to book the appointment, the next link, these are the dates that she is available. Because you didn't particularly present us with a brand new, you didn't brand her company.
Piggyback off of that?
Hold for just one moment. Okay. So because you didn't brand her, you didn't give her a new brand, and you based what you were doing off of what she already had, the thing that would have at least given you a strong fight is if you knew how to properly navigate through the website that she already had, basically letting us know this is how you book the appointment, these are the times that she is available, and things of that such. So I think you should have spent a little bit more time actually, if you're not familiar with building a website or rebranding, I think you should have spent a little bit more time at least learning about her website and how to properly navigate it.
Can I respond to that? So with that being said, I took what I do. I have done a website before. So the first beginning of the challenge, I was saying, well, you know what? Let me create a website. So I started using Wix. And then I started overthinking a lot of things that I've done, and I'm thinking like, listen, I don't want to use AI today. I want to be just as real and transparent and connect with, you and the judges. So that's why I determined afterwards, like, listen, they're going to be picking this, picking that. You didn't put this there, like how she had it already laid out. So I figured, okay, listen, before you start, and you're a little nervous, and this is going to show, you really want to show that confidence today, now you have to pivot, you have to change, you have to go use what you have and just go with it. And that's what entrepreneurship is all about.
Knowledge. And you did try to operate on your ability to have the knowledge of previously doing a website, but also confidence comes from knowledge to your client. And
yes,
your
and I
client
did.
That moment was, what she, because clearly we know her website has been serving her for years while she's actually had a successful business. And so therefore, as a touch point with her to serve her to increase her brand would have been, have you gotten any feedback regarding
And we did have an opportunity to do that. And I wanted to tell the people, she wanted to add testimonials from previous lawyers that she has had, and showing clients with those videos instead of like the words, but then like a link to a video showing what they're going through and overcoming that. But like I said, I didn't have the time, and I didn't want to be nervous, and I wanted to take what you guys gave me and use that to move forward in the challenge and not just overthink it. And had I not moved and changed, it would be totally different. I would be just here and not really connecting with you guys as much.
You're in a tough situation where you're kind of feeling high pressure, but we'll take these to their feedback and then be able to show from there.
So first off, thank you and congratulations on obtaining your psychology degree. The information you mentioned about the adding the form, that was great feedback. That's something I would definitely look into implementing, which would be adding that form. That was really good. And you did.
And also for the innovation, like we discussed, because I really did get a chance to connect with her on a personal level, and that's why I really, in the future, I aspire to become a mental health therapist as well. So that's why I actually gave her the advice one-on-one to say, if you want to expand and innovate, then you can partner up with people like Connecting D, and where they offer virtual.
Correct, but that would be in your presentation. That should have been like previously in your presentation. I don't mean to cut you off, but I do have to be mindful of we can only move off of what you were able to give us, and the navigation being clear on how you're doing it got kind of muffled and disheveled, so I have to move forward from there. Okay.
So when I move forward, I'm learning. I'm sorry.
I did like the suggestion that you gave as far as the call to action at the top, where you're saying, I would put this here, I would put that there, and maybe put the buttons at the top, for home and for the clients and stuff. So I do like the suggestions that you did offer. I would say next time, even if you have to jot them down and just refer to your notes, always make sure that you have it handy so you can answer those questions.
I appreciate that, and what I learned from the last two challenges too is that I can't overthink. I had to change, and I was going to Wix and trying to create perfection. I spent more time on trying to create the website to show than, like you said, just navigating her website and So, but I pivoted at the last minute because I took your feedback from the other, not at the last minute, but when I said, wait, you're getting out, and now this is going to show, I changed directions and went with the advice that you gave me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, to be honest, I feel confident. I feel like I did that to my best ability, and that is something that I was struggling with the first few challenges. I was struggling with being a perfect and showing out. So that's why I would have like my phone, but what happened is I remembered what the judges were saying to me, and I really wanted to use that feedback. So right in the middle of me doing something which is called habit, something I do all the time, I said, you know what? Hold on. I said, no, you can't do something. And sometimes habits are hard to change. But I'm so glad that they gave me the feedback. And I said, you know what? Let me change and not really focus on being perfect, but really be myself and be as real as I can be and hit, the points that they asked to hit. Whether I get through it all or whether it's perfect or not, but just do exactly, what they asked in the order by their feedback.
Busy life? No problem. Get professional hairstyling without leaving home. Our mobile hairstyling service brings the salon to you. And for a flawless, waterproof style, trust the Mega Grip Lace Adhesive, keeping your style lasting for weeks. Book today and shop our products at www.lacedbyleisha.com.
This challenge now, I'm starting to feel a little weird because the first two were more like a personal creative project. Well, now this one we're actually attacking a specific brand, to remodel it. So this one I had to take a step back and just look at everything, look at the website, and I want to try my best to attack everything that they're asking for rather than try to transform it in my own creative process. But I know that I'm gonna hit every corner and I'm gonna give them a good product. Right, so I wanted to just start off with the slogan, with the commercial. I wanted to say that life comes at you in a flash. There are many things like a physical tragedy that can hold as much weight on you emotionally as the separation of your parents. But thankfully, you don't have to go through those troubles alone. So we wanted to present to you Resilient Family Wellness. We are a team that specializes in healing from emotional distress, parenting coaching, and performance improvement all around in life. We're in blue is a color of safety, halo as an emphasis, as we aim to be the Blue Cross of life coaching, improvement, and helping through emotional distress. It was with Simple Healthcare Convention 2025, where we're gonna have multiple booths where you can get a free consultation on the spot, and hopefully we can help you and get you on board, set you up with a plan. So we plan to continue doing outreach, and for the innovation side of things, we want to do a monthly helpline talk, where on TikTok, you can come in and just chat with us, and we can just answer any of your questions. If you have anything just on the spot, we'll help you, just answer questions about life, anything, tell me, hey, I'm going through something with my parents, or I just went through this tragedy, and just for free, we'll give you that advice on the spot.
You did an awesome job. One of the things when I think about branding, I always think about color, what draws me in, or where can I relate to the particular business. You put so much thought into detail, even down to the color with the angels and the halo, even down to the meaning behind the color, that it simplifies healing. You really embodied that part as well. I think that you brought some great ideas even to social media via Reels, and I love the fact that your call to action was in person. You said we're going to set up some things, we're going to do some in-person consultations, and if this is something that they're interested in, we're going to sign them up right then. So I think you did a great job. You're very knowledgeable. I think it was awesome.
Yes, appreciate it. Great.
I was thoroughly impressed the fact that one thing I've seen with you consistently is that you take mindfulness and care of every detail. And I was thinking about how are you going to be able to be mindful and detailed about someone that was not in your realm of excellence or in your realm of expertise, and you took on and embodied the client and what she was trying to put out there, and the honoring of her brand so well. Like we said, we talked about the color, you talked about the design, and how you were going to walk through and gently make sure that she was being able to serve her community holistically and not be bogged down by, do they understand how I serve? No, we're not even going to question how I serve because we're going to be in there being the hands and feet. So I definitely appreciate that. You did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. What really got my attention was the commercial when you started off and you kind of grabbed our attention like, hey, I'm talking to you. Have you fallen into any of these categories? So it's kind of like you stop and say, well, I have. So, let me keep listening. I love the way that you're going to be innovative in the booths and you're looking at what health fairs are going to come up that'll benefit. I love the TikTok. Hey, drop in, ask us our question. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to do right now. I love the hands-on approach. I love being out in the community, being able to really physically touch somebody. And I love the color and the fact that you did focus on that. Hey, blue means healing.
Yes.
Never knew that. Thank you for that information. So I think you did an absolutely amazing job and you nailed it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I am definitely honored. You actually listened and you took it in because that blue, not only is it my favorite color, I also did let you guys know that the blue with the healing and the reason for the blue. So that's very, very important. And being that you guys had the option to choose the parenting or the emotional distress and you were able to bring both of them to life, and they actually blended pretty well. A lot of people was trying to figure out how do you blend the two, but you did a great job at blending them for the sake of the business.
Yes.
And as far as linking with other organizations within the community is very, very important to me. So you took that social work piece that I do and you did it together. I saw that, I peeped that.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you did a really, really great job. Yeah, I will hire you today. You did great. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. All right. Brother, I think I did fantastic yet again. You know, I listened, I did what I had to do, I planned everything out, and I just owned it. You know, once you have your plan, you already have your ideas, just go with it and make sure, you know, just breathe, take a moment. You know, if you just get a little quiet, just keep going. That's all that I've learned, because if you've already executed it in your mind, once you already go out there and you hit all the points that they're asking for, you're gonna do just fine. And I think that I did just that.
Businesses that hire a mentor boost success by 38%. I'm not an average mentor. I'm a financial expert, business strategist, and AI automation integrator. Success is a choice. Choose Success Positive.
I feel really good about this challenge. I recently went through branding for my own company, so I knew all the high points to hit. I redid her website. I gave her a review of how her actual website right now is doing with suggestions. I came up with a social media strategy and even a brand awareness outreach strategy, and I made her an app. So I think she's gonna be really impressed, and the logo looks great. There are some critical issues with your current website, security issues and some other usability issues that really need to be addressed. So I've given you an entire sheet here. I had my AI do an analysis of your current website and give you an action plan of what you need to do and how you need to best do it. We are, for your messaging, I've even put in there where your feature stories should go and how you need to highlight your trauma. So I have a couple different options that I can also share with you, but I felt this one was really strong. It shows the nurturing hands that are supportive, that are connected as a tree because we are community. And it also includes a 30-day content calendar for you. So you don't have to think about what you're gonna put together, it's already here. When somebody starts struggling with their kid, they don't just go looking for a therapist or somebody to coach them. They don't even know that you exist that way. So we want to really get you to the first point of issue. So maybe even getting you as a resource to like family services, right? To help with that.
You did phenomenal, Carla. Do not apologize because you leaps and bounds used your expertise and your knowledge to do that. And you did not get to show us the app.
Sorry.
You did actually have it mentioned, and we knew where we were in your presentation and where we were going. So you let us say, okay, you weren't wasting her time. You took her definitely into consideration the way you communicated, which I also appreciated. And I think you pretty much hit the mark for me.
You did an excellent job, Carly. I do have one question though. Who exactly is your target audience?
Her target audience is someone who is suffering from trauma and is looking for rehabilitation.
Absolutely. One of the things that I love is, for one, I love the fact that you took the extra step and actually built her an app. Mm-hmm. I am very tech savvy. I love apps. And so in today's market, I do everything online. I'm attracted to things online. So I do love the fact that you create a resource center on the app where it has the services, the testimonials, and everything of that sort. I do like the fact that you took the opportunity and the time to really hone in on what it is that she does and how you could effectively make it better, even down to the bugs and the fixes. So I really think you did an awesome job.
Amazing, amazing. This app is very impressive. I love the fact that you took the new refined brand colors in the app itself, the detailed outline plan that you have for her, showing her what is wrong with the current site and how we can fix that until she can get to this point. I love that too. The 30-day content calendar, like you really thought about it all and you gave her a lot of information to actually consider. I love how you know that her call to action needs to be prominent throughout the website and that you're able to put that in a place where everyone can get it. I think you went above and beyond and you hit the mark on this one.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I'm a hugger, so can I give you a hug?
Yes. Oh, and I want to tell you that this has a capability that you can train up a GPT so that when your people have a crisis and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, they can have a chat with a trained up, like, therapeutic chatbot.
Gotcha. So listen, this is mind-blowing, okay? This is absolutely mind-blowing. And you looked at Dr. Taisha, everything.
Yes.
My personal website, my nonprofit website, the Resilient Family Wellness, and you saw the connection. And you did an amazing job at capturing every piece. I know I mentioned earlier, I was like, use what you have. And being that the time was, you had an hour to complete this, and you utilized the different resources, the AI, and you used them in a way where it was relatable. And it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna use this for this so she can have this, and this for this and that. So you did an excellent job. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you.
And you got to put your link to the nonprofit on your website.
I am.
Do that.
It's all being revamped.
Thank you, Polly, so
Thank
much.
you so much. I really appreciate it.
I know I did really well. I knocked it out of the park. I made sure that she had everything she needed and more, enough guidance to really get her started while she worked on the project. And she was super impressed with the app. So I think I knocked it out of the park.
In a fast-paced world, your health shouldn't wait. With ConnectMD, access healthcare anytime, anywhere. Telemedicine made easy. ConnectMD, your health, your way. For more information, call Dr. Casual Pitts at 706-365-7818.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this challenge. We wish we had more time, but you gotta make it do what it do. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Hopefully everybody open to some new ideas and suggestions, and we can really make some serious moves with this company, with this challenge. So yeah, let's get to it. It was more of how are we gonna take this branding to the next level. She's already out there. She has her website. She's been doing this for years. She's licensed in social work and still getting more licenses now, right? So how do we take this combination and just really 2.0? The 3 major social media outlets that I thought you should use was Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I don't even use TikTok for my own business, but I think it'll work good for yours because we just worked on an app that can take your live videos and split it up into segments. And if you put those shorts on your TikTok, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, with your tagline, what's that tagline? Life doesn't end when tragedy happens. You winning. I went and ran our numbers in our database. Right now in our state, we have at least 30 malpractice attorneys in our database, including other organizations and other youth organizations and the reentry program. So I broke down the numbers. If we were able to develop you a database in 2 to 3 months, we could get you 3,000. We could get you over 24,000 reach outs a year.
You really did a great job. I love the fact that you took the feedback from the last challenge. You spoke legibly, you spoke clearly. I understand you were going fast, but you hit the mark on every single thing. I really love the fact that you talked about the innovation and you did the numbers, you actually did the work, you did the study, and you not only told her a way that you were innovative, but you gave her realistic numbers and said, if you choose to do it this way, by this goal mark, this is how many clients that we can reach. I really think you did a great job.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I hope I can talk to you later.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, I'm not done.
You're
I
not.
forgot. I'm sorry. I was trying not to get, I know they said no feedback, so I was trying to get out of here when I'm in here.
You did a good job of piggyback the second thing that she said. You definitely did bring innovation. Innovation does not limit itself to technology. When you talk about the prison system, that is a method of innovation for how she can innovate service. So you hit the mark before you even got to that good point, and that was my favorite part of your presentation.
Thank you so much.
I think you did a wonderful job as well. I love the fact that you're applying it to where you're from and you know exactly how her services can be beneficial in your state.
Yes.
I think that is very important for her to know that in case she wants to expand and she's looking to get into another state. So I think you did very well on not just the innovation and adaptability, but showing her where it could be most useful.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. So you were really listening, like you were, because the expansion, the 50 states global, that was perfect. The tagline, you got it all. Like you really took what I gave you and you basically took it to the next level. And I did state, try to do it on your own. Don't necessarily have to go to AI and have them do it for you. And you did just that.
Thank you so much.
And I'm grateful. We're definitely gonna win.
Yes,
Great job.
Let me get you these ideas.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm hoping I really did. I got real good positive feedback. I think I wish I had more time. Like I said, I was really excited about Miss Bryant's business and the direction that it could go to, and I think she can help a lot of people. So hopefully this goes beyond the challenge, and we can really, step up and do something good for our community, man. So yeah, I'm feeling good after this project.
From weddings to community events, Chosen Culture NY has you covered. Party rentals, event planning, and more. No stress when you choose the best.
Oh my God, this was the hardest thing I ever experienced in my life. To create a brand in an hour, it's it's literally almost impossible. I thank God for AI, but even in that, it still has the components that you have to put together, and not being able to have my team with me and the resource and outsource, I'm literally shut down in a sense. And whereas I started off wanting to have a full-blown app, my AI froze up, and so now I'm reduced to an audio delivery. But no excuses. You still got to go forward, and that's all I can do. I think it's the champion in me that didn't quit. So I'm just going to present what I have. I wish that I had more time, but I didn't. So I'm going to go with what I got.
A powerful evolution focused on strengthening families through life's toughest shifts. Our commitment is bigger. Our reach is wider. Our impact is to know that life doesn't just end when tragedy happens. We serve the families who refuse to give up. We serve the injured parents fighting to rebuild their lives. Make it bigger than business. So Resilient Family Wellness isn't just a company. It's a community movement. On TikTok, we'll challenge families to share their hashtag life after tragedy journeys. On Facebook, we'll grow private wellness communities for injured parents, single mothers, youth leaders, and caregivers. As a result, I went through 2 years of going through therapy. I had a rotator cuff surgery, I had a concussion, and I'm here now to share your message. And I just say, look at how good God is. Look how God works. So I'm grateful for the work that you're doing.
So I love the energy that you brought. And I see where we told you we wanted to see more of you. And I saw your personality shine through in this challenge today. So I commend you for taking that feedback and saying, this is how I can apply what they want to see. We see you today in your message. And I appreciate that. I also appreciate your personal story and knowing that the work that Dr. Brian is doing could be beneficial to everybody. The best way to connect is with your personal story, and I commend you for being able to share that. I think you did an awesome job today.
Absolutely. I really want to just piggyback off what she said. We got to solve Jerome today.
We really got to see your personality. I love the fact that you spoke very well and clearly. You knew exactly when to slow down your words to speak legibly. You knew exactly when to speed it up. You hit everything on the market. I like the fact that when you started talking about the target audience, you went into detail and you gave little slogans, even as you were talking about the target audience that she could use on any type of social media phrases. I was thoroughly impressed with you on today. You did a great job.
Only thing that I will add to what these ladies have said is I love that you specified on the social media platform the differentiation between how you would utilize them. That was a phenomenal thing. The only one other thing that I appreciated so heavily is that you took not a sorrowful route to there being a struggle. You changed the brand identity to be empowering. You changed the brand identity to be inspiring. You changed to be desirable, like this is something that is here to serve you, and I genuinely felt like you served as your personality, and you served as a way of flipping the script on what she maybe has been experiencing, that it feels like very sorrowful, very heavy, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes. Job well done, sir. Job well done.
Thank
You did a great job at literally expressing the happiness, the aftermath. Because a lot of people in life, they focus on the now. They focus on the tragedy, but you brought light to there's life after the crash, right? So you did a great job, and thank you for that testimony. And God is amazing. I'm glad you are still here with us. You did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All set.
Thank you, ladies. Well, I turned a tragedy into what I believe is a triumph because I had so many hang-ups on my presentation. The computer crashed, our iPhone got hot, but I didn't give up. And on the inside, some say, go in that room, Jay, and give them what you got. And I went in there and I gave them my personality. I gave them me, like they asked for. And I knocked it out the park, and everybody said something great about it. So I think I did very, very well.
Today's challenge was definitely a challenge. I've worked with brands before. I've worked with customers before that wanted quick turnaround. The quickest I ever done was 24 hours. And creating an entire brand or rebranding, because we're not really creating, we're enhancing what she has already. Doing that within an hour is literally impossible. So we can come up with a vision, we can come up with a conversation, but that's literally a consultation. So I think that's how, unfortunately, that is how my presentation is going to feel like. More so of a consultation, even though I know that's not the challenge, but within the time frame, I pulled the most key points that they wanted me to hit, and that's what I'm gonna hit. I wish I had visual representation, but I'm hoping that I can show up enough for myself today.
Her story starts off, the brand starts off with her actually getting into a car accident. She didn't have the support, she didn't have the knowledge. A lot of us in our community, we don't know where to go after that type of stuff happens. So she actually not just saw a problem, she faced that problem herself and made a solution out of that. Her logo, great, a little bit hard to read. I honestly think that we could keep something like her logo right now, just take away some elements and implement some new colors. So firstly, her favorite color, aquamarine. I think that's very important to showcase because she is almost like a personal brand. I think that's very important to showcase a little bit of yourself and your brand identity, just to show up a little bit more authentically. Your brand is technically very professional, very stoic, but you yourself, fluid. And I think that if we push that more, you will definitely get more attention, specifically within our community.
Well, I think you did a very good job. I love the explanation of colors that you have. I love how you used her old colors and incorporated new ones. The pattern, I can see how you would say that would be Southern charm and hospitality. It does remind me of a nice bitch. Very,
like a wallpaper.
Very comforting. So I get it. I like where you were going. I think you did a good job with the explanation and how you're incorporating what she already has and how you're going to enhance it. Yes. I like the fact that you say this is not a rebuild or tear down, but just an enhancement. I think you did a good job.
job.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So Cameron, I think you did a great job. And just to piggyback, she got the paisley in the background. Listen, I'm telling y'all. But I do like the fact that you wanted to, you talked about her emblem. And you said, okay, well, it's kind of a little bit difficult to read. So one thing that we would do is we would make it, because when this emblem represents who she is, and this is her logo. And so we want to be able to have it to be clear and precise so people know exactly what they're getting, exactly who she is. I do love the fact, like she said, that you incorporated different colors and things of that sort. I love the fact that you always highlight the Facebook groups. I always highlight the Facebook because Facebook, when I think about Facebook groups, I think about community. And what better way to get, you know, to provide the people with things that they don't know that they need than to get into a community setting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you did a great job.
Thank you.
Hi, so take a breath. Fantastic. I'm going to agree with what they said to a degree, but we are not going to call ourselves an entrepreneur and let an hour scare us moving forward.
Right.
You gave me more than what some people could have ever put out, and you definitely take into consideration some applications, but the reality is, and you as a contestant moving forward, I think you have so much potential and so much joy that can be poured out into the world. I want you to also call yourself to be resilient and knuckle down and give me something more moving forward. And this is not a critique on what you presented here, because what you presented here gave me the bare minimum to hit the points, but it didn't give me you as an entrepreneur and you operating in service, and we fell in love with you the actual last task, and you did a phenomenal job there, and you were able to pour your heart out. And in order for me to see you as an entrepreneur, I need you to find a way to be in service to other people as well, and this was the opportunity in this challenge. So I'm gonna say good job at hitting the bare minimum of the marks, but from you, I would love to see a lot more moving forward, okay?
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So thank you once again. And when you made the statement that this would be a consultation, I like the way you brought that in to kind of balance out that an hour isn't enough, but within that hour you did give me consultation information. I absolutely love the Southern charm. It's really cute. And baby, you went digging for that picture. I love
Digging.
it. So you did a great job at, you know, helping to enhance that brand. And I appreciate you. You did a great job. Confidence, girl, confidence is in there.
Yes,
it's in there.
We saw it.
Right. The same way you saw me, that's how I want you to show up. Like, be you, girl.
Right.
You got this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I actually think I did better than I expected. I think my strategy worked. I definitely didn't get to finish again because I talked too much, but that's okay because every time I talk too much, they understand what I'm saying. And that's all that matters to me. As long as I ain't in that bottom 3, I'm good. But I think I did good. I wouldn't say that I'm the winner of this, but you never know. As long as I'm still here at the end of the night, that's all that matters.
Yeah, man, this is the challenge right here. This is the challenge of all challenges so far in this competition. I think I did okay. I was scrambling a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna do my best and take it from there. Hopefully the judges agree with me and don't put me in the bottom 3. But this is definitely a challenge for the ages, especially with the time we had for this type of challenge. So let's just see what the judges say for me. That will help families transform for the better good all across the world. Our target audience are families impacted by trauma due to car accidents. We take care of our clients' mental state after a car accident that can cause anxiety, depression, and phobias. On Instagram. For Facebook, we will lean towards community building, long form content, and local engagement virtually and in person. Since we are a virtual wellness company, we realize time is money, and even more important, is convenient. So for that reason, we offer micro sessions for 25 to 30 minutes. For super busy families, we also offer self-paced, resilient workshops, daily text messages of affirmations. This can be used for both emotional distress and parent coaching services we provide.
Jarvis,
Yes.
you lost me the entire time till you got to that back page and rescued yourself for me. That back page when you talked about how you were actually going to add innovation was something that's completely applicable to this client today. directly. And that's the phenomenal thing, because a lot of brands don't need a whole refresh, revamp. They just need just a little bit of transfusion of how to do one thing a little bit differently, or how to take something just a little bit further. That page that you got to, and you talked about how you were going to engage, how you were going to have short forms, how you're going to have affirmations, that really set your intentionality apart from me. Transparently.
Thank you.
Absolutely, I would definitely have to agree with her. It was the affirmations, and even to the retreat, taking it a step further to say, listen, you got into this accident. Not only are we working on your mental health, because sometimes after accidents, people encounter PTSD, but let's go back and let's actually sit down and relax. Let's work on your physical health, your mental, your emotional health, and all across the board. So the innovation was definitely a key hone in for me. One of the things that I would actually want to tell you, even in the beginning when you talked about who she is and you kind of dug into her background a little bit, I do like the fact that you tied into why she started, the why, because she was in an accident and you know she didn't have the help that she needed, and so she answered a problem. She answered her own problem, actually. So I do like the fact that you did dig into who she was or whatever. So I definitely want to see you be more confident and actually really kind of take each note, each topic, and really kind of just dig in. But like Deanna said, the innovation really won it over for me.
And I'm actually going to jump right back in here. Now that you've shown me innovation with serving someone else, I need innovation in serving yourself. I need you to get off that paper, darling.
Okay.
Get you some note cards, give me some eye contact, because you're shortchanging yourself.
Okay.
And you're self-sabotaging you subconsciously and you don't even know.
Thank you.
So what she just said, she took my points.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you kindly. We do want to see you. We do want to see your face. We want to be able to look into your eyes. We want to be able to connect with you while you're speaking. And we can't do that looking at the top of your braids. Although they're very cute, but we want to be able to look like this. That innovation rescue was amazing. You really got my attention with the retreat and the daily affirmations, because a lot of people, you never know what they dreamed about the night before and how they start their morning. So to get that affirmation, it may be what they need in order to turn that day around and be spot on. I like the fact that you dug into what her story is and exactly how she and why she started the company. I would have liked to have seen you dig into the target audience just a little bit more, but that was it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Like they basically, they stated everything I was really thinking. You went from past to future, and I like that. I like the timeline and how you did that. And with the storytelling, yes, the storytelling was a little sad, and you really gave us that sad. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it was just like raising a child since you started. Car accident, like she's been going through it. But listen, she got some retreats and affirmations coming. So, like, I don't know if it was intentional, but if it wasn't, great job, because I was like, dang. Because it was like when you got to that last page, it was like you went doo-doo-doo-doo. And I was just like, okay. So this is what he been holding out on. So if it was intentional, I called it. If it wasn't, then that second page, that confidence, like you got a little bit more confident. So thank you so much. You did hit some great points within the business, and I definitely, that retreat is, I got you. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, the last challenge, I think I did good. I could have did a lot better. I was all over the place at first, and I calmed down and thought my thoughts out and wrote something that I thought they would relate to, that she can build her business better, and that's what I gave them. And hopefully the judges take that in consideration for me to go to the next episode.
So I think this challenge was good. It was a great challenge. I love the challenge, but they did not give us enough time. And I just don't think that was fair. I think we could have at least did 2 hours. Like if we would have had 2 hours to get this challenge done, I think it would have been executed better. But we're gonna see what happens with what I did within the hour. So I'm just grateful that we was able to do the challenge. So I'm excited to see what happens. So as you can see here, we have our main logo, and then we have a horizontal version of the logo so that you can have versatility. We also provided you with your color codes for your brand so that you can use the same colors all across the board to keep your brand cohesive. So this is the all new website. We've made some adjustments. We updated your header, and we created a new tagline, which is your pain does not define your future, resilience does. And we also have a call to action here where they can book a free consultation. I think it's super important to have frequently asked questions because sometimes people have questions, and I know you're very busy, and so it's great to have those questions already answered on your website. We also added some social media icons where they can directly connect with you right from the website. And we also added your contact information and office hours.
So one of the things that I want to say is I absolutely love the logo. I love the logo. I love that you gave her the different color schemes. You put a lot of thought into it and how you incorporated the blues. One of the things that I would have liked to see you go deeper in is on the target audience. I saw that you had a picture and it was just something about moms, but her target audience does not only consist of moms with children, but it consists of people who have been injured, you know, in accidents. So I really wish that you would have dug in deeper with the target audience. I love the fact that you brought something new. I'm gonna tell you, this website looks refreshing. It really looks refreshing. I love the fact that you gave her new taglines. You didn't take away from what she already had, but you pivoted and you gave her new taglines. And I do love the fact that you said, I'm not used to this, so that lets me know that you took time to say, okay, I'm really not used to this, but I'm going to try. And so as entrepreneurs, we have to be able to shift and move when ready. You didn't let the task scare you because this is something that you're not used to. You literally dug in and gave it all you had. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll go next. I do love this website. I do love how you incorporated new things for her, kind of enhanced what she already has, and then gave her new things that she can utilize in her business. I do see where you were innovative in her website. I would have liked to have seen not only the target audience more, but also what do you plan on doing on her social media platforms. Connecting them to her website where they can go directly to it and they don't have to search, that was great. But how are we going to captivate people on the social media side? Like what are we doing with the taglines? Are we creating hashtags? Are we creating stories? Is it going to be a reel? I like the graphics that you provided with her, but what else is going to go along with that? I also want you to consider being more relaxed when you come out. It's like I saw you yesterday and you said, hello. And then I saw you today and you said, hello. Just breathe. Okay. And just let your personality shine through and you'll be fine.
Thank you.
I will say there are things on the graphic that I really liked. I like the action on the screen to actually set up a free consultation, and there was something lower on the bottom. You can scroll down just for a little bit for me. There was something else. I liked the testimonials, and then I also liked, I do think introducing your coach is a phenomenal thing. I do not feel like this hit the mark for me though. Transparently, we do know she has 2 different brands that she offers, coaching that she offers for people that have been in accidents, and that's the one we left on the left side. That's perfectly fine. I think that this introduces her as a counselor. It did not highlight her target audience whatsoever. It didn't show her as a mom, which granted you had limited resources, so you could have put pictures of her kids up there, but I think you could have used other graphics on the webpage to show other mothers, to show other people, other fathers, because oftentimes we neglect men when it comes to the parenting, and I think that's something that differentiates a good counselor in today's society, is that it doesn't have to be a mom, it doesn't have to be 2 moms, it doesn't have to be a mom and dad's. We're going with the flow, I guess, here. But I think it highlighted your skill set. It's what you do. It was able to put your brain together and just kind of gave me enough to see that you have a skill, but it didn't refresh her brand for me, in my opinion. But I mean, you technically, hit all the marks, other than what you highlighted, which was the target audience.
Okay. I'm gonna just scroll back.
So it is very refreshing. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. Like, it's stunning. The website has not been updated since I got it done years, like 3-4 years ago. So this looks great. Like, I'm really excited to see what you did in just an hour. Like, create a whole like website. That is phenomenal. The graphics for social media, it's great job with those. And I see you did the choice to do the parenting instead of doing both of them. So I kind of understood where you went with just focusing on that population. You did a great job. I am pleased. I am satisfied with the rebrand. Thank you for keeping the colors. Yes. But it's definitely did a beautiful job. Now allow this work to look like that. Like your presentation is good, your work is good, but I need to come out.
Okay.
Great
Thank
job.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So to be honest, I don't think I did that great today. I think I did good, but I don't think I did great. And so I'm a little upset about that. And I really just feel like we didn't have enough time to prepare. Well, I didn't have enough time to prepare what I really wanted to show, but that's okay. I mean, I'm here, I'm in the competition, I'm putting my best foot forward, and that's all you can really do, so.
Entrepreneurs, welcome yet again to the Judgment Zone. For this particular challenge, we had to present a branding opportunity for Ms. Dr. Bryant, and we would like to present you guys with the top 3 performers. We have Curly, Jerome, and Wesley. Congratulations.
We also have to present you with the bottom 3 as well. Jarvis, Chosen,
and Brittany. Please, 3 that are at the bottom, step forward, and those of you who have survived to the next round, please stay. Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jarvis. So you ended up in this category because you did not hit all of the marks. You left us with a lot of questions, and although you did very well at the end, once you got to the back of your piece of paper, there was still a lot of questions that you did not answer. Ms. Chosen, so when we were listening to your presentation, it was all over the place. You left us confused. It was hard to follow. What we told you yesterday was we wanted to see you concentrate on the challenge, take you out of it. We wanted to be able to see that you understood exactly what the assignment is. And unfortunately today, you did not. Jarvis, although you had great innovation, you had a great plan on how to be adaptable for the brand, there was still a lot of questions that you did not answer. So unfortunately, that landed you here in the bottom 3.
And Brittany, my feedback to you is this. Your client is not her brand, it's her service. You know, we put her in the forefront, and I think you are coasting on skill sets that you have. I want to see in your story where you transition from one thing when you told us about you were a freshman in college and you were singing, and then you said, oh, by the way, I can do this. I'm ready to see that next glowing thing, like, oh, she can do that too. Because honey, hands down, you are leaps and bounds, had a lot more exposure in business and have a lot more skill set. Give me that. I love that you honor yourself and who you are, but I have to see more from you. I absolutely have to see more from you, and you need to utilize your opportunities of maybe talking with the other people that are contestants and what their skill sets are. Maybe they'll refresh and remind you of other things that you're good at and ways to be innovative, such as your Carly, she has that experience with AI. How can we incorporate that with you? And you did do a good job of using a new app that you had never used before, but you sat in the skill set we already know you have, and it wasn't as exciting. And I want you to be refreshing, so I want you to rebrand yourself moving forward, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And the entrepreneur that we have decided to save is Brittany. Brittany, we really believe in you and what you are doing, but you have got to show us more. I often tell people it is in our uncomfortableness that we grow, so you have to learn to step outside of the box and give us something different. Thank you. Thank you. You may join the others.
Entrepreneurs, We are now in the judgment zone. Chosen. The judges felt that you lacked giving the information about Mrs. Bryant and her website. Jarvis. Although innovation was your strong point, you still lacked in the other areas. The entrepreneur that I drop will go home, and the entrepreneur that still remains in my hand will move on to the next challenge. The entrepreneur that will go home on this challenge is Jarvis. Don't peek at the bottom three again, brother. Whatever you did wrong, critique and get better. Chosen. It breaks my heart to see you go, because as always, there's always one person that makes the show, and that person was you. Don't let this stop you. You keep going and you keep moving, because you are New York, baby.
All day, every day.
Entrepreneurs, it's time to level up.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm a winner still. Shoot. I won. I mean, the whole experience was a win today. I broke some habits that I've been doing for years, and I got to learn something new that's going to help me in the future with my own business. And I listened to the constructive criticism from the judge, and I'm gonna tell you, I did not get offended at all. I'm taking everything in and I'm using it to move forward. Chosen Coach in New York, we in there. That's how I feel.
No, I didn't get no, that was Jay. That was Jay.
Oh, yeah.
That was Jay.
Yeah, that's me. Oh.
Yeah.
You know, we eat sardines, man. Sardines. We in the rough.
Look, he buying everybody shit. Look, Jarvis, you sure you buying everybody shit? Here, buy mine too. Look, you shouldn't be getting that on TV. That's too much. That's too real right there.
Yeah, I got the ice. You got the ice?
The same?
Yeah.
Always trying to get it right, because people were always judging like me not being perfect all the time. So I'm like, let me get this together so nobody judges me.
Doc got some positive piece, but there's negative piece too, and I'm counting them now. One of the negative pieces is procrastination and perfectionism. Now,
I remember that.
Piece, you know what I mean? So
yeah. It's in my book bag. I wrote them a day in my book bag.